Like, we focus on gameplay for this event, and they come in with very fresh perspectives of 23, right? So they've been on it all year long, so their brains there, they're still using like kind of exploits or things that they really like in 23 to try to be successful. So they come in trying to do those things right away, and they see that a lot of things have been fixed or changed. And so for us, it's helpful for them to remember, because we've been in the trenches for so long. Like, some of the things that they thought they'd be complaining about, like, oh yeah, we fixed that 3 months ago. And so it's helpful for us to just be reassured that some of those things are gone, and now they gotta look for new exploits to beat people with.
Go break the game. That's what I tell them. Go break the game and be honest with Mike. Don't just come in here and tell him things are like.
Well, it probably wasn't easy getting that dressed up, but now the real work begins as they get set to defend their home court. 2K Sports presents Thursday night at the NBA. Now the starting group for the visitors. And for the Wildcats, Smith is out there with Matthews. Then there's Davis, and it's Jeffries in at the 3, the small forward. And in the final game, Clark, of the regular season, everything's viewed with the playoffs certainly in mind.
Yeah, and for some teams on their way to the postseason, Kevin, this is an opportunity to maybe experiment a little bit. Try something out of the ordinary, whether it's in the strategy or the rotations. You can't experiment after today, I don't think.
First one falls for
number 5. 2 shots.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Wildcats. Pass to Jeffries. And it's out of bounds for the Wildcats.
Still Wildcats ball.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. AI right side. Pass to James. In the corner, it's AI. No good on the triple. Here are the Wildcats.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely. Especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
From the inbound, that will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Taylor inside. He's covered by Matthews. And Taylor slams it home.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around. That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
James misses. Taylor kicks to James. Passes it to Taylor. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the put.
How about early attack mode? I love the approach he's coming to this game with. Really strong.
Now here's Matthews. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. There's the pass to Davis. 5 to shoot. A 3-pointer off the mark.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Poke loose. Fast break. Here we go. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And the Wildcats call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Fans at the wheel, home team dancers.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Matthews against Taylor. The fadeaway rejected by Taylor, and he's able to get it back. Second chance shot. Smith trying to break loose, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Wow, he got whacked. There shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
He hits both from the strike. And Giannis's journey, GA, so incredibly compelling. A full-length movie made about his and his brother's path to the NBA.
Well, you hear that saying, my life is like a movie. Never truer than for Giannis. It's been an odyssey for the Greek Freak.
He is the epitome of a seasoned veteran. Drew Holiday has performed at a high level no matter what uniform he's had on.
And about Drew Holiday, he's got that championship mentality.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, he established that with the Bucks winning the title that late in your career, especially after the career he's had. It's got to feel good. I mean, by far, one of the hardest workers in the game, Drew Holiday.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. James outside. AI outside. James outside. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Here's Davis. It's deflected.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Now here's James. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's AI. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's Davis with the ball for the Wildcats. 9-point game. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Matthews, no good. Gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Out to AI. And the rejection by Smith. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And that concludes the first quarter of play.
The away team
Leading by 9.
14.
And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
Get ready for your dance team.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
We've got Davis. Smith is out there with Matthews. And it's Moore in at the shooting guard position. Up again. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And for the Wildcats, Matthews out there with Smith. Then there's Davis, and it's Stevenson in at the 3 spot. Taylor passes to James. Takes a 3. Covered by Smith. Goes back up inside. And that one is off. Good D by Matthews. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Hits the three-point bomb. And in the NBA, Clark, one singular talent can transform a team, as we know. So if you could play with either a superstar scorer or a defensive player of the year team, which would it be?
I think I've got to go with the defender, Kevin, simply because there are a lot more guys that do scoring at a high level than do defending at a high level. And if you have an elite defensive player of the year kind of guy, he can make a huge impact on your championship chances.
Clearly, wow.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Williams, he's checked in for AI, and he sinks the second. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Stevenson outside. Back to Davis. A three ball. Smith trying to break loose, and Davis gets it to go on the assist from Stevenson.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Taylor dishes to James. Taylor kicks to James. They get it back. The kick out to Williams. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
The Wildcats have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
I mean, talking about Jamal Murray, man, is he talented, but he has had his difficulties staying on the floor.
And, Greg, that's been so unfortunate, and I feel for him. I mean, you can tell how frustrated he's been with the injuries that have saddled him. Because this is a guy you can tell who absolutely loves to play and wants to prove he can be counted on, and the injuries have just stonewalled him a bit the last couple of seasons.
Stevenson, and James pulls it down.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Taylor. Good, and the assist goes to James. Taylor's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Williams against Moore. Dishes it to Smith. Drops in the layup for 2.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's James, the feed to Taylor. Williams passes to Taylor. James looking around. Down low. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
The Wildcats have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Got a piece of it. Moore passes to Smith. To the middle. Outside for Davis. 6 to shoot. From deep, Moore. No good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
He's guarded by Davis. Knocks down the 10-footer. 5 points in the game.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Smith. Matthews trying to free himself up. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 5 points so far.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Williams kicks to James. Fires the 3. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And he makes the first. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so we wrap up the first half. Leading by 10. A chance down to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Bud, what are you looking to clean up in the second half?
I don't think our offense is really moving the way we wanted to, getting up and down the court in pace. And, we got to make a few more open shots, but I think we can be a lot better offensively.
We've seen that from your team, Coach. I'm sure it'll show up. Thanks. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Checking out the visiting team. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
They wouldn't be ahead without the numbers they've gotten from the bench, providing major contributions, especially the offensive end. It's taking a lot of pressure off the starters. What a luxury to have a second unit that can produce.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, the best way that they can get back into this game is to show up their rebound. They need to prevent second chance points. Fight. I mean, fight to get their own. If they can do that, this game's still within reach.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The visitors with the ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Wildcats. Down by 12. Smith right side. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
Such great timing, defensive awareness too. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it certainly can change your approach.
Now here's Taylor. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Tries it from 9. AI outside. 4 on the clock. Kept alive. Shot by Taylor, no good. Being a low 30% mark from the field. They get a hand on it. And stolen by AI. Feeds to Taylor. Launches a 3. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here is Jeffries, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Back to Smith, shot clock at 5. Deep. No good on that one.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Tries again. Here's AI. Pass to James. Launches it. Goes up again. On the wing, James. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Taylor passes to AI. And AI throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff.
Guys, some pride bubbling up right there. He wasn't about to be outshone.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And the Wildcats call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And, you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Now here is Davis. 5 points in the game. Davis dishes to Taylor. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Taylor's got 13.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
Here's Davis. 1:27 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Unable to get that one.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yes, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
.58 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Fade away. Taylor with the rebound. Taylor's got rebound number 8 now on the night. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to Jeffers. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Taylor. The 3 from Davis. It's stolen by Davis. Takes it inside. Rejected by Taylor. And it's out of bounds to the Wildcats.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Moore outside. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already.
The visiting team, 46.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Smith, and it's Murphy in a power forward. That shot off the mark, and the Wildcats the other way now. Moore outside. Shoots from 14. Misses off the right iron. Hitting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
They swipe it. Kicks to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball,
Fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now, here's Taylor. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
Now, here's Moore. Smith scanning the floor. High post, Davis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul. First team
Yeah, the
foul.
defender all over him.
He got it good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples here of late. And this is how you want to come out of the half: prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Moore outside. He's guarded by Stevenson. That one drops for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Caver. Knocked away. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Davis has got 11 in the second half. The Wildcats have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Right wing fires it up. And here's Moore outside. That one no good. And the Wildcats the other way now. Pass to Caver. To halt the run. He can't hit that time.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And with the internet and social media, players Clark have so much more ability to engage with the public and be heard. Is that important?
Kevin, anytime you can empower folks to share their voice, their stories, and be authentic in their own way, I think that's a positive. Player empowerment is something that social media avails, not only to players, but I think to everybody. It doesn't just bring attention to the game, but also causes and commitments players have to their respective communities and issues that are going on in the world. So I think it can be far more good than bad when you think about the platform of social media.
The first one falls.
Robinson. 2 shots.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Taylor inside. Robinson on him.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Now, here is Robinson. Murphy. No good from 11 feet. Taylor taking his time here.
Wildcats foul. Ahmad Caver. First personal foul. Third team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
For the away team.
And Taylor drops them both. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now here is Hamilton. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Robinson misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with James Harden. James, this team adds on to its win streak. How important are nights like this as you move forward?
It was huge, man. We did an amazing job working.
All right, David, thank you. That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge.